Now, hola, America. It's old Sean Boy coming to you to bring some news to you about the hypocrisy of the Liberal Party. Now, we have this big thing going on with Daniel Garcia and the liberals freaking out about due process and how Trump is breaking our Constitution and oh my God, they're not getting their due process. Well, I've told you a million times throughout my videos, if Democrats were doing this, it would be A-OK, that they would actually be behind it. And I'll prove my point to you here in just a couple of seconds. Now, what I'm going to read from you is from the ACLU. This is from Joanne Lim, Senator Legislative Counsel of the ACLU. So hold on to your shorts right here, folks, because this is going to blow your mind. And I hope you pass this around and leave comments and pass it around as much as you possibly can, because this is what we call uncovering massive hypocrisy. Now, here we go, America. When removing individuals from this country permanently, severing them from their homes, their families, and communities, which is more important, fairness or speed? The United States has a proud tradition of individualized due process, no matter who you are. Everyone deserves their fair day in court. This is especially important for immigrants, many of whom might qualify for prosecutorial discretion given their considerable roots in the United States, but who will only get that consideration if a judge can review their individual case and decide whether or not they must leave. This judicial review, a brief moment of individuality and partiality within a system that often ignores both, is critical. This is critical. Yet alarming new evidence has surfaced that 3 out of 4 removal cases that does not happen at all, especially during Bill Clinton and the Obama administration. Now, yesterday, the Migration Policy Institute, called MPI, released the report, The Deportation Dilemma, Reconciliation, Tough and Humane Enforcement on the Obama administration immigration enforcement records. Now, one of the MPI's principal findings is that the deportation system has dramatically changed over the past 19 years, moving from judicial system prior to 1996 during Bill Clinton, where the vast majority of people facing deportation and immigration court hearings, to a system of non-judicial removal, where 75% of the people removed do not see a judge before being expelled from the United States. The numbers are staggering. In 1995, during Bill Clinton, 1,400 immigrants were subject to non-judicial removal, representing 3% of the total deportations by FY in 2012. Now, for your information, in 2012, who was president in 2012? That's right, Obama. That number has sharply increased to 313,000 non-judicial removals, an all-time high. And they had the audacity to complain about one person, Daniel Garcia, a noted MS-13 gang. And here's Obama removing over 313,000 people, what you call of non-judicial removals, an all-time high. Under today's removal system, only 1/4 of all people facing expulsion get to present their case before an immigration judge. These judges, employed by the Justice Department, are experts in immigration law. They conduct formal court hearings where they hear live witness, review documentary evidence, and evaluate applications for immigration relief. By contrast, non-judicial removers are fast-track proceeding, holding control over the Department of Homeland Security, the DHS, sometimes involving only a single border agent who acts as both judge and jury. Those facing non-judicial removers have no lawyer and no chance to appeal. The Obama administration has prioritized speed over fairness in the removal system, sacrificing individualized due process in the pursuit of record removal numbers. A deportation system that hurts 75% of its people through fast-track, streamlined removal is a system devoid of fairness and individualized due process. Non-judicial removers violate our constitutional traditions and cannot be reconciled with an administration that has repeatedly stated its commitment to immigration reform. Now, I'm astounded, folks. This is what we call the absolute astounding hypocrisy of the Democratic Party. I told you that if the Democrats were doing this, their constituents would be 110% behind it, and I just proved it. And I read an article from the ACLU during the Obama administration because they had record-breaking what we call deportations. It was more than Trump. I have to give Obama that. He did a damn good job there because he saw the same thing Trump saw. We have to have our borders shut down. We got to get these people out of our country. They're crooks. They're criminals. So next time you hear a Democrat screaming, what you call Garcia, whatever his name is, tell him to shut up and practice what they preach. Amen.